Hi everybody. I just wanted to touch base with you. Today is 2 days after my chemo. I pretty much slept all day today. I get really tired on this day, but my husband and I just went out for a bite to eat, and it's beautiful weather here in South Florida, and I just took my little dog out for a walk, and I'm feeling pretty good. Two things I wanted to do in this video. One is explain something about my doctor's appointment that I had on Wednesday. And then I'm going to take my hat off and let you see what my head looks like with barely any hair, just so you won't be afraid of that. So I had chemo on Tuesday. On Wednesday I had a doctor's appointment. And he greeted me by saying, "Did you see your blood tumor marker?" And I had seen it, and it was good news. It was in the normal range. Now, blood tumor marker is something that tells you the level of cancer that you have in your body. And when I was in remission from pancreatic cancer, and he sent me to the chemo center every 6 weeks to get my port flushed, just to make sure there's no infection or anything going on there. And when you're in there, then they take your blood and they do this blood test to see where your marker is. And my marker was normal for quite a few weeks, and I was really not even expecting it to go up and get out of whack, but it did. And went through a series of tests, and it kept climbing higher and higher, and that's when they determined that my cancer had actually spread and had spread to my liver. So then I had to go back on chemo, and when I did that, the tumor markers started going back down, and it got back into the normal range, but I have to stay on the chemo, at least for now. Well, the last time I had chemo, not this week, but 2 weeks ago, my tumor marker went up, and it went up above the normal range. Not very many points, but it was still above the range, which freaked me out. And I thought, oh no, here we go again. So I frantically called the doctor's office and said, it's above range, what do we do, blah, blah, blah. And the doctor said, we're not going to be concerned yet. We just need to wait and see in 2 weeks how you're doing. But it was always on my mind. I was worried, and as much as I try not to, it would enter my mind. So now this time, my blood tumor marker is back down to normal. So now I'm in the doctor's office, and he's saying, "Did you see your blood tumor marker?" And I said, "Yes." And he goes, "Okay, I want to explain to you that sometimes it can go up for other reasons besides cancer. You could have an infection, if you're having diarrhea, all sorts of reasons why it could go up a little bit." And he said, there's never a cause for concern, when you first see it, because you should wait and do it again in 2 weeks and see what the trend is. If it goes back down, then it was just some kind of other problem. And that's obviously what happened in my case. But what he wanted me to do was just don't even look at the tumor marker results. And when he first said that, because they send them to you automatically, at least in my health system. And when you do that, you get the email that you have the results. Part of you wants to see them, the other part doesn't want to see them. But I always look at them. And he said, I want you to think about not looking at it, because look, in this case, you worried for 2 weeks and you didn't need to, and it takes away from your quality of life. And so he was saying, it's better if you just don't look at them. Let me read them. Let me call you if I am concerned. But if I don't call you, that means I'm not concerned, and we'll just keep moving forward. And that way you don't have to even let any negative thoughts enter your brain. And I fought him with that for a little bit, because I said, well, yeah, but when I see that it goes back to normal, it feels so good. And he said, yes, but you've already let it interfere with your quality of life by worrying about it. And he said, I'm trying to get you to see that it's better to just not even read them. And I thought about it for a second, and I said, you know what, you're right. If I hadn't known and I had just gone about my days, it wouldn't have been entering my brain, and there would have been nothing to talk about. And so I thought, you're right, doctor, that's what I'm going to do. So I pledged to him that I'm not going to open those, and I'm going to let him drive whatever he thinks is necessary. So I thought that was important to tell you. And the other thing I wanted to tell you is when I was first getting chemo, I was on the chemo that I'm on right now, and that chemo didn't really cause me to lose my hair. It thinned, but it didn't really go away. But then they put me on another form of chemo, and my hair completely fell out. I mean, it was just weird. Like, in a matter of days, I was bald. But now I'm back on the first chemo, which doesn't really make your hair fall out, so my hair is starting to grow back in again. And you've seen in my videos that I wear hats all the time, and I'm comfortable now. At first it was really weird, but now it's like, it is what it is. And I steer away from those turbans that everyone wears, because my husband eloquently said those scream cancer. And everybody wears baseball caps, so I'm comfortable wearing these. But I thought I'd show you now. Hats off to my hair coming back in. See, it's not by any means grown all the way, but it's coming back. And I have white hair. I've had white hair before this, so that's all normal. I don't even know if you can see it, but I wanted to let you know that it's fine. It's totally fine. And my husband was the one who suggested that I get big earrings, which I think helps. And so that's really all I wanted to share with you. I hope you're having a good day, and that this video is somewhat helpful to someone who might be going through this, or caring for someone who's going through this. You're a caregiver. In my case, my husband is amazing, and I couldn't do this without him. And I hope that everybody who goes through this has somebody like him. I'm very grateful to him. Okay, well, that's it. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.